The Runaways is about two girls, one of which is highly successful and famous, Joan Jett, and the other is just as successful but in a different way, which is sort of the story. It's a story about two girls that are uh, sort of fighting for independence, but just in that they were the first girls to pick up instruments and play really aggressive rock and roll, and people didn't want to hear that, and so they're sort of like pioneers. And I play Joan, and she plays Cherie.
And and you obviously, you know, how did you prepare for your roles and the character that you were playing?
I think I met Cherie a few weeks before I started filming, got to know her, and obviously I had to sing the songs the way that she sings them, and that was really important to me to do those the right way. And yeah, I mean, I think that the most important part was just like getting to know the person that you're playing, because that's really when you have that opportunity to really know the person that you're playing, that's like really important to capitalize on that, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
They were on set, weren't they? With
Yeah.
you? What was that like?
It was good. It felt like it needed to be that way because it would have been just a much more superficial telling of the story had we just looked at everything that any fan could, because they told us stuff that they wouldn't tell anybody, and not that that needs to be in the movie, but we sort of have to know it to be able to play who they are essentially, and they were so open and wonderful, and they became really close to us, and it was like really great.
Was there anything specific that drew you to the project, made you want to really be a part of this film?
I think I didn't know a lot about the Runaways before I kind of got started on this, and so just looking them up, and you can see all like the Live in Japan videos of Cherry Bomb and those iconic songs, and seeing Cherie in her costumes, especially the corset, I realized that I wanted to play her, and you can see like I really just like connected with her through those videos, and I could see that there was like something more like behind her eyes that she had to tell, and I really wanted to do that.
Yeah, they are so raw in all that footage. I mean, they're just like, they're so young and sort of just, they are what they are. And it's not like music nowadays. It's so not polished. They're really just like, rah, just like throwing it out there, and it was so unique. People our age really don't know about the Runaways, so that was a huge draw to sort of like show people that. And also, it's a really unique relationship. Like, you have these two really badass like girls, but at the same time, they're so like sort of overtly sensitive, and that comes to the music. I mean, like, the only reason the music is good, and it's not just like hard, like, you know, it's because they're really delicate little things with a lot of armor on.
Wonderful. Now, I mean, you were talking about the difference between being able to play something that was done in the 70s. What was it like sort of being able to be in this period piece? A little different from something you've been in, working in that time frame and getting yourself into that mode. How did you feel about that?
I haven't done very many, so
No, me either.
I think I've done like 2 movies that have taken place in like the early 80s, and that's less. It's definitely a different time, but it's less nostalgic for me for some reason. I don't know. Like, I'm nostalgic for a time that I never like lived in the 70s for some reason, just maybe because of the music and sort of what was just going on. It just had the feel of it. Things were changing. It was a exciting time. So.